Alright, big day here, guys. Just got the plate for this thing. It's insured, registered, all that good stuff. Legal, as far as the government's concerned. Other than if they took a look at it, it wouldn't be, but they wouldn't know what they're looking at anyways. We're sure of that. So, but yeah, been bombing around here at my dad's place here at the farm for a few weeks. Just getting the tune kind of dialed in. There's my plate. So I'm gonna get it over to my house and we'll finish up. I'll get the plate on the bumper and a few other little things to take care of onto it, but she's a prefermer, just preferming. So do some more tuning on it and get radio in the passenger seat, shotgun. Told him he could get shotgun the whole time we've been working on it, so now's the time. But we got just a little bit of petrol here, we'll get that dumped in her and we'll be off. Turned on. Put you guys up here for a hot minute. There we go. Alright, and we're tuning. So this is what we're looking at. So this is the map here for my volumetric efficiency. As far as the table I've got laid out, and this is my error correction here. And so it's just going to map that for all these different cells as we drive it around. So if I hit the throttle here, this is going to bounce just like that. And so the idea here is to collect as much data through all these cells as we can, from idle all the way up to like 6,000 RPM, which we're not going to hit that right away. And then we're going to get down here. This is going to be into boost here, anything over 100 kPa boost. So we're going to see how she all runs there and how she goes, I suppose. I made it. You did it. So we made her back. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I can't be more pleased with our first test drive. I cannot underestimate enough, or cannot exaggerate enough how much I underestimated the amount of heat my turbo was going to make. I got a little cooling hole there now. So that guy's junk. I'm thinking just no fender liner for that guy. Woo! So now we're going to give her a once over. I've got some wrapping I'm gonna have to do over here. That AC hose will not live right there. There's no doubt about that. So looks like I already split it even. Oh yeah. So I junked that. Bummer. Thing makes some. At least that's just the one piece, and that's not a manifold style fitting. So that's good. That's good. Good, good, good. But there's a lot of heat comes out of here. Wowzer. How you holding up, little guy? You're doing okay. A lot of heat. But I think everything held up all right. I'll give her a once over here and get back with you. I'm back from the auto parts. And I've got a whole mess of heat wrap and some spark plug. Little tubulars there. So, did not like the heat. I crispified all my wires here. Meltified them on the driver's side. So, we're going to wrap them. I thought I had enough room, but I was wrong. And this is the part where I'm learning too, because I do not know nothing about turbos. And I've immediately learned that you get a lot of heat. So, yeah, melted all those, and then I melted my low side AC hose. I don't know if you guys can get in there to see that or not. Right there, she's split. So, that's all done skis, but everything else is holding up on it. So I think heat management over here, I'll get a turbo blanket for it too. And hopefully that's going to kind of take care of all of these woes. And otherwise, looks like we're in good shape. Everything's holding together on it. I was making boost. That was making about 8 pounds there. And I think that's about where I've got my wastegate sprung for. So that's all right. I didn't have the blow off hooked up, so I'm going to get that hooked up too. We're going to make some noises and try that. Today we're working on the 2005 6-liter 2500 NV4500 turbo truck here. Too much to really list off, but anyways, this creation here is what we're working on and trying to get some air conditioning going on it. So far, I've been running around quite a bit, getting the bugs worked out of it. Haven't shot any video, I've just been too busy, but today we're getting AC going. I melted my suction hose on my first run out, so got that replaced. So now we got a nice suction hose down here wrapped, so I'm gonna have some air conditioning in this unit. It's rained every single day this summer in Michigan and just about, and just crazy heat and humidity. So we're gonna get the AC going, but haven't had problems otherwise, just been kind of tuning and adjusting and everything. And today also I just put in new steering gear down there. You can't see, but there's a new pump on there too. So my pump was whining, so I just wanted to get that taken care of. Steering gear had quite a bit of slop in it, and then my steering shaft also had quite a bit of slop in it after I've been driving it some and just trying to get it all tightened up. But everything's working out great so far, so we're gonna get this AC charged up, take it out in the crazy heat out there. It's not too hot in the shop. I got the door closed and I've been running the air conditioner, so it's actually like 70 in here. Feels pretty good. Anyways, but yeah, this thing's just been one heck of an outfit so far. I did a bunch of other work. I got my steering all done up, put the sway bar onto it. I've also got some limiter straps under here now. Can't see a whole lot of it in the darkness though, huh? Not really. But anyways, it's all under there. You just gotta trust me. Let me get some flashlight in there. Yeah, under the hood though, I don't know if there's a whole lot that I haven't shown. So I got catch can on there that may or may not have been shown, but I've also got everything wrapped, my downpipe turbo blanket on there now. So definitely experience a lot of heat with the old turbo. So I've done a meltdown of my inner fender well so far and that AC hose, and so I went ahead and just started wrapping everything I possibly could to try and get that all taken care of there. So but I'm gonna get this charged up, we'll get some cold air and we're gonna run this thing around and do some more tuning and show you guys what it's all about. It's been a fun outfit so far, so I gotta get a video out and show you guys that it is a working piece of equipment now, and it didn't just blow up and I forgot about it or whatever. But just been a busy summer, and I'm not going to complain about having business, but I got second to get on my own toys, and I owe you guys an update on the turbo truck, so we're going to get her out there and try and show you guys a little bit about the tuning process here. So this is HP Tuners here, what I use for software to tune most of my stuff, all of my stuff. And so that's kind of what it looks like in general. But anyway, we're going to be in this main VE, and that stands for volumetric efficiency. And so basically just got this table here laid out, and I've had to reformat mine since I'm in boost to a 2-bar. So basically my manifold pressure here measured in kPa go up to 210 on this table, I think. Yep, 210. And so anyways, that's why we got a little different than what would be a stock table here, and it's looking pretty ugly because I'm still in the tuning process. And then what you actually do is use the scanner hooked up with my wideband, and it will actually graph the air in here as far as air-fuel ratio, what I'm running comparatively to what I'm commanding, and then you just plug in that difference as a percentage into this table, and then that will correct all these values. So it's, I don't know, more complicated probably to describe it than to actually do it. Once you see somebody actually do it, then it's not really a big deal. And Goat Rope Garage is where I learned all this stuff from, there on YouTube. So anyways, give them a check out if you want some detailed information, because I'm not the guy for that. But anyway, that's the gist of it. So basically, once we drive it, this table here will have a whole bunch of values in it, basically right around this area here where we actually run the truck. And it's actually a lot harder to get anything over here because we're limited at 6,000 RPM. That's where I've got it limited, so we're not catching anything in this table up to 8,000 RPM, and I'm really not even going to run it up to 6,000 RPM that much. It's pretty obnoxious to just be street driving it. So for the most part, we're just ironing out this kind of part throttle driving area of it, and that'll translate to this part of the table here, and try and get that cleaned up, and then we'll keep going. Right now I'm currently making about 5-6 pounds of boost, so it's not super impressive. I'm not blowing tires off of anything, but just verifying the theory that everything there is working and functional, and then we'll you know, turn up the boost as we need to, just a little at a time, to try and see what she'll take. I'm not going to push the limits and blow it, but or try to blow it. If it happens, it happens. You know, it's automotive mechanical crap, so anything could happen. But basically just want to go ahead and get her pulled up, so that way we're making as much as we can with it. I don't know, I think you know, 10, 11, 12 pounds should be fine on this motor, and if it don't hold, then I'll build another motor that will hold it, you know, and that's where we'll go from here. So let's get out, try and do some tuning on it. Alright, this is going to be nice. First time I've had the air working in this truck, so hopefully get some good audio out of it. It's nice and cold in here. Recirculate that stuff. Yeah. Feels good. Alright. Now, let's get down to it. May not be the best camera angle for you guys to really see what's going on. I know, I'm just one guy. I've only really got a couple good cameras, so doing what I can for you. But I do know right off the bat that I gotta get this transmission back out of here and do first and second synchronizers. I mean, just go through the whole thing and rebuild it. But yeah, my synchro for first and second, they're both totally shot skied. Waving at the neighbor here. See if I can get second. Yep, did it. But yeah, usually get a pretty good grrr. Alright, here we got her all warmed up. Go for a little turn ski. Sounds like my power steering pump's still whining pretty good. Just good smooth power. Good whistle.
I do have some turbo surge going on, and my blow-off valve, I messed with it a million times. I don't know if it's just not big enough to be able to vent all that pressure out, but I'm getting a lot of turbo surge. So at idle, I'm making about 15 inches of vacuum with this cam, and my blow-off valve is wide open at idle. It's open all the way. So it should be working. It obviously is working. On decel, I've got about 25 inches of vacuum, so it should be more than enough to open that blow-off valve, but it obviously is opening, but just not able to vent that pressure. So I don't know if I'm going to end up running 2 blow-off valves, and I'll put one just off the turbocharger, and then the other one's mounted right in front of the throttle body, which I thought that would be the best place for it, but live and learn. It may not be, or I may just need 2, or maybe it's too small. I'm definitely learning. So, but for now, I've got a little bit of turbo surge, and I'm not too worried about it because it's only a $200 turbo and a couple $100 motor in this thing. So anyway, we'll see what happens with her, but you know, live and learn, and if it blows, it blows. So, but I'm just happy with everything's working as it is right now, and cruising down the road, we're doing about 60 right now. My speedometer doesn't work. It works electrically, everything's good to go, but typical 03 to 07 GMT 800 instrument cluster don't want to do nothing. So the only thing working in my instrument cluster is my tach and temp gauge and charging voltage, but otherwise the oil pressure, fuel gauge, and speedometer is not working. So I got a readout here on my scanner, and I'm reporting oil pressure, and I'm reporting fuel level, and I'm reporting the speed, but just nothing happened here at the instrument cluster. So we'll have to get that all dialed in one time. But yeah, I'm happy with the power here, cruising right along. It's fucking, sorry about my language, but it's like 85 today, and it is too cold in here. I've got my blower set on 1 and turned off my recirc because it was too cold, and it's still too cold. So happy with the air conditioning. I'm actually having to run the wipers a little bit to get all the condensation off my windshield. It's cooling it off so much, but happy with how this thing's running. The steering is so much tighter, tight like prom night. This is what 60 miles an hour looks like right here. So no speedometer, so you can't tell in there, but anyway, about 1900 there, and the tach's 60 mile an hour. So about 60 mile an hour, and I mean, this is what you're looking at. It's pretty impressive for a truck this high off the ground on 35s. Be going down the road just this smooth. So nice. Smoother than any of my trucks, really. Blackie would be the only truck smoother than this. Alright, now we're out here, back in the heat, out of the AC, and I'm going to let you guys kind of check out this chart here. And so this is what we have as far as our data. Alright, so right here, let me try and get this in the right zones. Okay, but yeah, so this is all of our data. So we maxed out at 150 kPa, about 6 pounds boost right there, and that's just where my wastegate sprung at. Like I said, this is all the area that we basically drive it in. So I did kind of get it up close to about 6 grand there. We went to 5,600. So we got some good data, all about the data. But like I say, this is all green, so that's rich. Anything red is going to be lean. Anything down here at this 30 kPa, that's going to be on decel. So there's no way that this engine makes 30 kPa of vacuum pressure, sorry, but it just doesn't. So that's on decel. So all of this is just going to be letting off the gas, shifting, or just slowing down stuff. So this is all invalid data here across this, and even a lot of this here at the 40 mark is going to be invalid data, so I don't worry about any of that. But then you just take here and you copy just like that, and then you come over to your editor table here that I was talking about earlier with the volumetric efficiency. I'm sorry, moving my words all around. And then up here in the corner, you just left click, right click, paste special, and then you can add, subtract, multiply by the percentage, or multiply by half of the percentage. So I multiply by half the percentage, so that way you're not overcorrecting one way or the other. You'll usually end up a lot closer to where you want to be. So multiply by half, and then we'll check the table back out.
And so across the top here, all these values that were red because they were lean, they got changed. But like I said, they're not really lean. We're just on decel. And so I'm just going to go plug some numbers in here if I can. Somehow I moved my table all around here and screwed that up. No mercy. Okay, maybe I won't this go around. We'll have to exit and redo her here. But that's the gist of it. And then you get, once you multiply by the percentages, then you're good to go.
Opening up here, a little wide open stretch, and we'll put her to the floor and see what she'll do. A lot of people out driving today. Got nothing better to do, I guess. I'm in the same boat, you could say. Oh yeah, good opening here. Got a car coming, and we're gonna give her the old what? Purr. Okay, this is a 4th gear pull, no downshift, going from 57 miles an hour. Look how smooth this is. Just a cruising machine. So ridiculous. See how she does with the old hill climbing here. That's my old favorite. So far, rough. Two-wheeled her. That's all we got. Street tires. Hey guys, out doing some driving around. Figured I'd get it out in the sunshine, out in the open, so that way we could kind of really look her over and take a peek at the old truck ski here. So I've been tuning on it. Rado, he's been shotgunning. He's been making sure that passenger side's broke in on all these pit stops. He makes sure the brakes are nice and cool on all the wheels. Oh, that one's a little warm right there. Yep, he's gonna make sure it's properly lubricated. And so here she is. This is our final product. Almost. And some of you people might be asking yourselves, what in the hell am I looking at? And I don't even know anymore either. So let's try and break down what we got here. We started off with a 2001 GMC 2500 HD regular cab long bed pickup. From there, that all got taken off, the body and everything, down to the frame. The frame got built up with a solid axle, just a Dana 44 in the front, 410 gears. Body came off a 07. Sorry, that's not correct. Body came off a 05, two-wheel drive, half-ton regular cab long bed, and that had only 150,000 miles on it, is why it looks as nice as it does. I'm not going to say that it looks nice, but for something I drive, this is pretty nice. And so that's where it's got the body from. So they're mismatched, the chassis and the body. Under the hood is the 6-liter out of the 2500 HD. It's got the Elgin cam in it, the sloppy stage 2, 70mm turbo, and then behind that, NV 4500 5-speed transmission.
right there. A little custom action on the booty. Passenger drop passenger drop NP241 case. And then this is our interior here. My Rado seat, he's wet in the summer months, so he's got this here. Safety first. But the truck overall is very nice. Turned out spectacular. We're missing our front drive shaft. Some of you may notice that. That's the only part that the truck's actually missing that I know of, besides that fender liner right there. Everything else is here. This tailgate's plastic. ProTech composite box is what it came off of, so I've got it mocked up to fit somewhat on the steel bed, but I've still got to work on it. That doesn't open, so we're gonna get that going too. But she's just a fire-breathing monster for sure. This is driver's side, what everything looks like here. Clutch pedal outfitted. We'll go under the hood. Nuts. And this is the under hood here. Everything you would expect to see maybe under the hood of one of these outfits. And so here's our turbocharger onto our eBay manifold there. Downpipe that got made out of the old tailpipe off the 2500 HD. Coolant reservoir, blow off valve, wastegate's down lower there, recirculates back in. Otherwise here, I thought it's just a 6-liter, and had to overcome all my heat issues here and get everything wrapped up. Some high temp plug wires on this side, along with some wrap on those, wrap on my low side suction AC there. Intercooler. Winch on the front for who knows what. I don't think this truck's going to do a whole lot of winching, but if it had to, there it is. Rado approves. So anyway, I'd like to take a second here and just say thanks to everybody who subscribed over this journey. This is the truck that I started my YouTube channel with, and it was, if anybody watched that video, it was horrible, so thank you a million for that. But, you know, doing YouTube, I haven't taken it totally seriously, but it's kept me accountable enough to finish some of these projects. And so now I've got this truck on the road and trying to make some videos so everybody else can enjoy it, because I've just been driving it and hogging it all to myself. So try and get some content here of this thing going down the road, and keep running and playing with it and get that front drive shaft in it. I'd like to get going to the Silver Lake sand dunes and do some off-roading with it at some point here, but that's going to be down the road. And yeah, just happy to have it going, you know. And like I say, thank you to everybody who subscribed or watched the videos, left a comment. You just help the channel grow, and you know, like I say, now I just get to try and tackle these projects and make some content, and do a better job of holding myself accountable, I hope. But anyways, I really appreciate everybody there, so we're just gonna keep doing what we do, and hopefully the YouTube gods will let me put out some content.